She proposed to him?
You're all I think about, yeah. My mind is like a river, and you always bathe in the water. Oh, I prayed for you. Oh, I cried for you. I can't believe we're here at night. Oh, I prayed for you.
Touching. Those proposals got me feeling emotional. I almost cried. As a lady, can you propose to your man? Can you ever propose to your man? And what do you think about other ladies that are proposing to their men? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section.
The post say, congratulations to Marissa Silver, a 29-year-old designer making $95K a year. She just proposed to her boyfriend of 10 years. He's a line cook at Waffle House. Gen Z is really built different. Look, I don't see nothing wrong with it. It'd have been plenty of 95K good job having blue collar men proposing to line cooks at Waffle House, fast food workers, retail workers. So at the end of the day, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Look, women want everything to be equal, but at the same time, they don't want everything to be equal. They only want the things that they want to be equal. But at the end of the day, in my book, hey, it's going to have to be equal all across the board. So if you want to get married, propose to your man. Go buy him a ring. You know, get down on one knee and ask that man to marry you.
How do you feel about women proposing to men? I mean, first of all, it's the year 2022. And I think in most relationships nowadays, there's a conversation of marriage before the proposal. So it shouldn't matter who proposes to who, right?
Hello fam, welcome back to my channel. How you all doing? Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe. I always forget to mention this. I have my membership open. Please feel free to join if you want to support me. It's not compulsory, you don't have to, but if you're being led to support me, please join my membership. It's already open. Just all you have to do is click join. I have different levels when it comes to payment. Just do it from your heart. It's not compulsory, but if you feel like doing it, please feel free to use the super thanks as well. If you feel like supporting me, that's another way for you to support me, and I really do appreciate people that have supported me in the past. I'm very grateful. So let's get right into the main business of the day. Today's video is on women proposing to men. What do you think about that? What are your thoughts? In this video, we will listen to men speak about it and also listen to women give their opinion. Let's get started.
It's nothing specific to do with men that they have to propose. I think, as we've said, like, being emasculated used to mean if a woman had a job, or if a woman earned more money than a man, or if a woman even wore trousers. Whereas nowadays, if two people want to get married, if your woman wants to propose to a man, it's great fun.
More importantly, Floral, what does your fiancé think?
I think he was really happy.
Well, let's have a listen.
Oh, well,
here he is.
I'm so happy Flora proposed to me. She did an amazing job. She did a way better job of organising a surprise than anything I could have done. And no, I don't feel emasculated at all. You know, it's 2023. There's no rules. If that's the kind of thing that would make you feel like that, maybe that's a sign that you don't feel comfortable enough in yourself or in your relationship.
I just love that like when I proposed to my beautiful wife Sinead, it was like the most magical, and I've been looking forward to it. Listen, I just loved it. I remember going and seeing her dad, going, Martin, can I marry your daughter? And he went, oh, but Jesus Thomas, I'm so excited, it'll be lovely day. He's not Welsh, he's Irish, but that was...
Did you ask for permission?
I asked permission, I shook his hand, he was over the moon.
There's no way you would have said no if you'd been proposed to. No, I bet you would have been delighted.
Listen, I would have been over the moon, but like, I was just looking forward to it and wanted to do it, and I've done it. So.
And I think if you're in a good relationship, your partner should know whether or not that's something that you would want or wouldn't want. But this idea that it can only be the man, like it's some gland in the man.
Did you give him...
Gland, I love that.
The
proposal gland.
Exactly, that we've got stiff knees, just can't get down. It works all right.
Okay, I'm proposing to my boyfriend in an hour. This is the look. This is the makeup. And I'm so nervous I thought I'd just come on here and talk it through. So basically, me and my boyfriend have been together for 12 years. I didn't think I wanted to get married. I wasn't sure I wanted to. And the last conversation I had with my boyfriend, he said, we kind of thought maybe we did want to. I used to hate the whole like big marriage, big proposal, lots of sexism, lots of giving away. And then actually as I've got older, lots of weddings have been a bit more personal and less like that. So I've kind of changed my mind, I think. Well, definitely, I should know by now. But he said, when you want to get married, just give me a nod and I'll launch into proposal planning. And I thought, I don't want to give you a nod, I'm going to give you a ring. So I'm about to propose. Wish me luck. I'll let you know how it goes. It's happening literally right now. Wish me luck.
Her own case is exceptional, is different, because she was the one that decided not to get married. She's been with the man for 12 years, and the man said whenever you're ready, he's ready. Whenever she's ready, he's ready. So we're not going to hold on to that. Her own case is different. It's coming from her. So do you think women proposing to men make them feel emasculated? For me, the answer is yes, depending on the person you are with, depending on the man you're dating. Given that the society is patriarchy system, we are using the patriarchy system to run the society, and a lot of men have been conditioned to see life in a certain way, to perceive relationship and marriage in a certain way. Although they have exceptions, but those exceptions are very few. And with those exceptions, it depends on the arrangement and the agreement they have in the marriage. For example, the lady that just finished speaking, she spoke about how she didn't want it in the first place. But for me, I wouldn't encourage people to do it, given that majority of the men out there are in agreement with the patriarchy system. They are being conditioned and they like the way things are. So you might think you have a good man and you go propose to that man. The relationship might not go the way, or the marriage might not go the way you planned for it to go at the end of the day. So let's hear what men think about women proposing to men.
If you're out there and you propose to man, you're a waste girl. Wait, if you are proposed to no man as a woman, you're a waste girl. You're desperate, bad, you're sorry, you're sad.
Y'all listen, I am 30 years old. I am a grown man. I would never allow a beautiful young lady to get down on one knee and propose to me. Matter of fact, I would let her know that up front that she better not do that. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. I'm just telling you this is what my preference is. The Bible states that he who finds a wife finds a good thing. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. I don't care what y'all say or how y'all want to do it. I'm just that traditional kind of guy. And before you get in my comments with that negativity, go play with your mama now. Don't play with me.
If you back a man in the corner, marry me or I'm gone, if he's a weaker guy and he says, all right, just know you have the ring and you have the last name, but you may not have his faithfulness. Because marriage, it takes several components to be faithful, stay engaged in the relationship. And so you may force him to walk down that aisle, but you cannot force him to not try to claw his way out of a situation that he was forced to be in. So sometimes if you pressure a man to get married, he may make a commitment too soon. He was not ready for that level of commitment.
A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. I think there is nothing as stupid as women proposing to men. You don't want to put a guy in a situation that he doesn't really want to be in. And there are some guys who just don't want to hurt your feelings. I mean, there are guys who do things based on obligation. And women too. The worst thing that could happen is for you to ask a guy to marry you who doesn't really want to marry you or isn't sure. He feels pressured. Everybody's there. He don't want to embarrass you. He says yes, and he follows through with it and actually marries you. That's not what you want. That's not smart. Men forced into stuff doesn't end well. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. No doubt about it. It's brilliant.
This is giving context for somebody out there who's got a partner and they're thinking, why haven't they proposed yet? There's a lot that goes into it from a male side. From the male side, it's, if I give you that ring, I've committed my whole life to being responsible for you, to sacrificing my life for the rest of my life for you, and that is deep.
Here's my own opinion. I'm going with what the last speaker said. If a man decides to propose to you, it means he has made up his mind to be there for you. He has made up his mind to be committed to you. I know people do cheat and all that, but let's just follow through with how things are supposed to go according to the system. So if a man proposes to you, it means he has made up his mind to be there for you, to be committed to you. So if a man has been in a relationship with you and he never proposed to you, what does that tell you? He doesn't want to be there. Even if he's there, because I know some people don't believe in marriage. Some people would say, I don't want to give it a tag. I don't want to feel trapped. I don't want a label. They are happy cohabiting, and they might be doing their best and being there for the woman. I can't really speak much on that because I haven't been in such a situation, but I'm very much aware that it does exist. You know what I mean? Let's talk about how things are supposed to be according to the society. So if a man does not propose to you and you're going to propose to him, it means that you're forcing that man to be there. He might still be in a relationship with you. Of course, we've spoken about men being in relationships with women for reasons best known to them, even when they know they don't want to be there. Men don't easily break off relationship. So just know that having him being in that relationship with you does not necessarily mean that he really wants to be there. So don't mix it up. Don't mix it up. So you're thinking because you have the man right there with you in the relationship, maybe you guys have been together for donkey years, for a very long time, and you feel like, but the fact that he's still here means he wants to be with me. That might not be the case. And then you think proposing to him would mean the marriage is going to be good. I don't know. I can't really speak on the outcome of it. Women that propose to men, I haven't really met anyone that proposed to a man and then the marriage. I really don't know what happens after the proposal. But like I said before, given that it is a patriarchy system and a lot of men are being conditioned to think a certain way, see things a certain way, it's not something I will advise any woman to do. But if you feel like the man you're with is different, is not part of the system, he thinks differently, he's a man of himself, he knows who he is, and he's not being controlled by the society, you have to be very sure. Then you might want to give that a try if that is something you want to do. But why would you even want to give it a try if that man is not like every other man? He should have proposed if he really wants to be with you. Think about it. Let's hear what women have to say about this.
Here are the top 3 reasons I think more women should propose to men. Number 1, men's rings are a lot easier to pick out. They're a lot more simple. And men tend to stereotypically not care as much about what they look like. Whereas women I know have strategic, picked out one or had to show their partner exactly what they wanted, or they went and upgraded what they got afterward because they didn't like it. So this is just simpler. 2, the perfect proposal for men. There's so many stereotypes and so many over-the-top things that we've started to create this expectation that men have to go above and beyond to propose, and that it has to be some elaborate thing, whereas for women it's a surprise in and of itself that they're doing it. And 3, when you're talking about love in the future with younger people or your family, it goes to show that you don't have to be of one gender, or you don't have to wait around for a man to ask you. You can ask.
So I noticed some women on this app like to propose to men, which is completely okay if you like to propose to a man. Love is love. Love whoever you want to love, right? Propose to whoever you want to propose to. But I have a different perspective on why I feel like you shouldn't propose to men. I feel like you shouldn't propose to men when you think about like the patriarchy and how men operate, and men operate based off this like competition that they're having amongst each other based off the patriarchy and how men see themselves. And we live in this like day and age where a lot of men have a hard time with their identity and what being a man is, and what they learned about being a man, how men operate with each other. It's this competition that they're always having with each other, right? It's like, I want the best girl, I want the best house, I want the best car, I want to make the most amount of money, I want to work the hardest so I can attract the best woman for me, right? And when you think about all that and like how men compete with each other, and how a lot of men are having like a hard time with their identity of being a man, and some of them feel like they're less than a man because of what society has told them what a man is. Proposing to a man could make certain men feel like you are emasculating them, that you are emasculating them. And then when you think about the dynamic of you proposing to a man, he feels like you're emasculating him. Then he goes and hangs out with his friends and his buddies, and it's this toxic competition where they will start to make fun of him because a woman pursued him and got with him and proposed to him, right? So now it's this like, he will slowly start to build animosity towards the woman that proposed to him because he feels emasculated that she proposed to him. Feeling emasculated is going to cause resentment, and sometimes resentment could turn into violence, turn into disrespect, and turn into, you know, violent things that men tend to do to each other and to women. And the moment that a man feels like you are emasculating him, some of them will resort to violence. So in my perspective as a woman in this world that we live in this patriarchy that we live in, I would say for like proposing to a man is just not something that I personally would want to do because of me thinking in that regard. And I know men say that they want the woman to chase after them and they want the woman to do all this stuff. But in actuality, men tend to want what they can't have. And that's not just men. That's a lot of people across the board. A lot of men say that they want these women to approach them and to come after them and to pursue them. But if we're being really honest, based off the patriarchy and based how men communicate with each other and how they challenge each other, they don't truly want that. They don't. They want the satisfaction of that, but they will never actually pursue a woman that does do that. I'm not saying that it's all men that won't pursue women that go after them. It's some men that won't. Okay? Men that subscribe to the patriarchy is not going to be happy with the woman proposing to them.
I do agree with her point of view. If you proposed to your man and the both of you are still married, please let us know in the comment section. I'm longing to know the outcome of such dynamics. I haven't met any lady that proposed to her man and they are married. I haven't. So I'm looking forward to hearing your story. Please don't hold back. Feel free to share with us in the comment section. Please click this video to see how men test women before they decide to respect them in relationships. And I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching and bye.